Okay, starting in 2 minutes. Okay, let's do this. Hello everyone. Today I'm gonna stream a bit. I got already a plan of what I want to do. Yesterday I was working very in June character selection, logic, and I think it's in a good shape. Before I put June in the Packers bit, I need to build a bit of logic. It's a bit of dependencies. I need to build a bit of logic of how you unlock June because playable character in the beginning. So for that, you will need to get a specific genetics because June's suit is incomplete. And you will need to find those genetics in different arsenals and buildings on the ancestors' mainland, which happens between biome, the first biome and the second biome. And then you go back to the laboratory on the island, and June itself is gonna use those missing components and build the third DNA suit. So she can be another DNA hunter. But that also creates another dependency, that laboratory, that pool where the DNA suits are engineered is not yet in the game. So I need to start at least blocking out all that. And that's what I'm gonna do right now, starting with the island. So the facility, the laboratory is underground, just obviously for security, underground base. So I'm just opening up a bit the space here. The first thing I want to do is to get the navigation mesh, because otherwise this is gonna take forever. And either deactivate it, or what I do many times is just I put it here in the sky and then I put it back again, so I can work easily trying to find the space. I can start deleting things, but I'm gonna just open a space and then decide where to put the things again. This one I feel like it's not gonna be needed because I'm gonna... The farm, maybe I need to move it, but so far what I'm gonna do is to try to get out from here, basically, because this spot also is gonna be kind of important to see the arsenal on the left side. So I can reduce a bit the space here, and then I have all this spot to that. Now the thing is, I need to make a Boolean. Actually a huge Boolean, because all this needs also to be fixed. Anyway. So let me actually to do a Boolean here, and for that I can do the modeling. Real. I'm just thinking if I should do like a circular Boolean. I'm gonna do like a normal box here. Let's make this pretty big. Would say 30 meters by 30. And let's another 30 meters up. So I think so this is gonna be basically here. And well, by the way, another option that is also interesting is to use cube grid. Sometimes for this case it's even faster and better, so I'm just a bit blind because I don't find them now. Yes, they change. Where's cube? Oh wow, where the hell is cube grid now? Create. Ah, cube grid. Let me just make sure. Okay, I'm selecting the correct thing. I select this. And this will give me this kind of grid that I can use to do this and to bury. Okay, I had a mountain there, but that's okay. I think the hole can be something, because all this is gonna be covered. I can just actually make the hole like this, like Minecraft basically, and then use this space for whatever I need. So I'm gonna start with this simple hole right there. But could you upload the original soundtrack on YouTube? What original soundtrack you mean? Of CRETE, you mean? Or the Cito Yuna? Okay, so that's an initial spot that I think kind of works for what I want to do. Now, the next step is to organize this a bit more. This is a huge spot, therefore if I delete this. So this is a metal piece that, rather than removing it, at least I want to move it to the left, because it's not offering me anything special in this area. We got this thing here, which is expected, part of one of the rocks, not a big deal. I could polish it, I could start sculpting here, but I'm gonna make the things a bit. The tunnel is gonna be. Oh, okay, the Zeus Ex Machina. I'm afraid I can't upload it to YouTube at this moment because the game is not even released. But I will make sure that once we got a playable demo and the things are a bit more public, or we will upload 100% all the CRETE playlist. Also because the musician is interested on that. But yeah, because it's not yet released, I can just, freely put everything there while the game is not even out. So we got an order, one first thing, then the second, then the third one. But yeah, it's a pretty cool damn piece. If you are interested, the composer is Andrea Bellucci, which is a damn cool guy. And you can find maybe not the CRETE Zeus Ex Machina, but definitely songs alike, a lot of cool composition by him. I guess you mean So yeah, I guess this. Which is the sound that you can see in the this, no? That's pretty cool. Hey, Riches. How are you? Alright, so back to the lab. What I usually do is to block the things very quickly with shapes in Unreal. This new, well, it's not new anymore, a couple of years old, framework with a lot of modeling. You need something? I use it just to block out things very quickly. Like, for example, my plan is to do a laboratory here, and what I can do is to I can use it with cube grid, but I want to actually make a cylinder. I'm not sure that the cylinder. I'm just trying to see the cylinder. There was a ring shape, I believe. Disc, maybe. Yeah, this. So now here, for example, I can make this shape. I'm gonna put it here. Hey, thank you, Rich. That's Andrea Bellucci, if you are more interested about his work. Talented. Then radius. So we can say this could be 15 meters, maybe it's a bit too much, but I'm gonna put 15 meters just for the, or at least maybe 12 meters for the outer radius. And the inner radius can be meters, so I have this kind of structure there. Then I can put, yeah, okay, this is the shape. I'm gonna bury this in a bit, but this is enough. I know that 12 meters radius is the total 24, the length of the platform. I'm gonna do in a bit, but this is good enough to at least prepare this. No, it's Unreal Engine 5. Right. So we got this, and now we're gonna extrude this. I'm able to shit, man. Let's make, just in case, polygroup. And I don't know why they should be here. So I can select this. Why not? Why can't? It's complaining about that, but doesn't make any fucking sense at all. Interesting. there's a better way of doing this. I'm gonna do it in the CRETE staging, and then I'm going back to this one. So the reason I'm gonna do it here, because it's a clean area, I can put the things in 0, 0, 0. This again is going to modeling rather than taking a disk. I'm gonna take a cylinder. I'm gonna make this cylinder 12 meters, height around 5 meters. I'm gonna put this in 0, 0. Then if I need to scale things, I will scale things, but right now I just want to put it in a place that is easier. That's let's say, okay, just in case, I'm gonna make it 10 meters. Yeah, so that's one piece. Now the second piece, I'm gonna make another cylinder. I'm gonna put this 0. I'm gonna make it a bit taller. I'm gonna make it a bit smaller. I'll put it a bit lower here. Oh shit. So demanding. Crazy. Stay there. Okay. I got you. And here I'm gonna put 32 slices, so a bit softer. And depth. Okay. And I can select this, I can select this. I can go to the for model Boolean. I can do directly. That should be it in theory for what I wanted to do. 20 meters. I'm wondering, I'm gonna try to use a bit of extra. I should be. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna use this piece. Make sure that this is automatically generated in a random folder. Now with this piece, oops, I can place it in the original spot I want to place it. But what really matters to me is make sure blocking is good enough to start working around. This is the main island. That's a bit annoying. Not problematic, but yeah, because it's a big object. I could definitely sculpt this a bit. So I guess, I hope it's not very heavy. Maybe it's heavy. I'm gonna try my best and vertex. Maybe explode, eh? Maybe I'm pushing. Okay, looks like it's not exploding. So I will make small enough. We are gonna bury this area because we really don't need any. Can't even make this bigger because this is no way it's gonna be visible. So that part is completely hidden. Can accept that. We bury them on time. As simple as that. Now it takes 10 compute because it's calculating then a night remeshing. That's a bit annoying when you use these modeling tools. It's all the time converting a night and cashing out a night. Hey, don't let those likes to be shy. Yeah? You like what you are seeing? I would appreciate a like, follow, or whatever the jargon at live. Live has to subscribe. Gonna be cool. A world full of possibilities and dreams and smiles is in front of you. Don't lose that chance. Bueno. It's okay. So we got the block out a bit for the lab. Now the thing is I can bury this even more, and I think that's pretty cool because elevators help a lot make that feeling. Is it not yet? It is not yet cross-platform, but definitely it will be. I don't know yet to what extent, because cross-platform, I mean, the bare minimum is to be able to play with people using other consoles, platform, PC. But then obviously there is another restrictions, like, you know, some platforms, if you talk about voice chat or different types of matchmaking, they are a bit more picky with that. But if in a basic form of a friend makes a host server and another friend joins your server, that's something that is on our goal. Later there is another story about communication in general, because different places are super picky with, you know, obviously they don't want to have games full of voice chat where everyone can scream to each other, you know, and do hate speech and whatever and go rampage. So that's a bit more annoying. So most likely either we restrict some communication tools, or we have, you know, like a ping system with different actions and different commands and different requests. That will help for that. But for PC we will have voice chat. But yeah, that's the only situation. Okay, so we got the place ready there. The idea is you go up to this level where, visually speaking, you will have the arsenal on the left and the mission on the right. Do you make the music? I know the musician. The musician is Andrea Bellucci. Actually, I'm gonna share link. Huh? I do the sound design. That's true. Yeah. So if you are interested about I will link here. Right. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is to make two of these cylinders, one in top of each other, again just for blocking purposes, and see where we are landing. And the interesting thing is every one of them is like, I think it's like 30 meters tall if I'm not wrong, so that's pretty cool for a lab. And then I will need a smaller circle. Okay, let's leave this like this. Later I will close it better. Just need a space. Then you go up, and then I will need to do another space for a swimming pool. I'm a bit pissed off that Unreal Engine doesn't have a tube because I need to do a lot of tubes. And that is annoying me right now. But what I can do is to work in an elevator in the other level and go back again. But in the meantime, what I can do is to... I'm pretty sure this won't be enough. I'm gonna put a jumper pad there. I think it's not gonna be enough, but I just want to check where we are in general and hope I don't crash with... Oh, thank you. I will pass that compliments to him. On Steam, set PlayStation. But wait. Kang is actually on Steam. Icons about other platforms. Like, for real. I know Steam automatize a lot of stuff, but would be like it's compatible with. It says compatible with your Xbox controller, support for other controllers, blah blah. A single player online co-op, share split screen co-op, remote play together, family sharing. But doesn't say. I was scared because if that's is said, it's not true. And sometimes, you know, Steam text, obviously you need to fill up the information of the game. All that is on my side, but also Steam does a part of research and a bit of cross-checking and yeah, for example, includes interactive elements. Online interactivity in game chat is something I didn't write down on Steam on my side. So I guess they double check that, and I guess it's something, you know, parenting and stuff like that. They are interested knowing this stuff, but I don't see anything about consoles or not. But I can tell you, consoles is our target. We will do first some on PC just because it's easier to play test and to build the game. Right now is community based. It's easier to do this in PC. There is no like many tools to do this on PlayStation or with Xbox, or even less with Nintendo Switch. But it is very, very... you have a lot of tools inside Steam to do playtests and to improve the community and to keep polishing the game while you are building it. But yeah, no, doesn't say... As far as I know, doesn't say anything about any platform. Okay. That's cool as well. It's random. Okay, fucking shit. I don't know why the problem is like the cache is... No. No, but they are saying big fan of the host. No. Oh, okay, I make problem with collisions. Let me see what is the... Not apparent issue, so the only thing I can think now is that these shapes don't have a proper collision type. I'm gonna double check. Shouldn't be the case, but... No, should take this. I really don't get why traverse there. Could be this one. Ah, no, it's this. Sorry. Okay, so let's put this here. Now, okay. The space has to be bigger. It's big, like this is like 20 meters, man. But it's crazy how scaling games is always so fucked up. Perception, you know, because you see this here and you have a perception like, okay, it's a little room, but if I go outside the camera, you will see it's huge. It's huge. Every single square of this is 1 meter. So basically a house could be something like this, a regular house, and a room could be something like this. But you see this here and it's like, oh, this is just one room. No, this is huge. So it's always good to double check. Of course, this path is not enough. I don't pretend to go out with a path, by the way. It's just I wanted to have a tool to go very quickly in out. But I will need to do an elevator, and that's what I'm gonna do right now. Okay. Alright, so let's make an elevator. I mean, this was pretty much needed. The good thing of doing a lift is that it's gonna be also using one of the game modes. Because I need a platform that raises players to the next room. So it's a win-win. And let's make this in the staging level. So the plan is gonna be first to... again, you need to do this. What I usually do is to work this very quickly for single player with no replication, and once the system works I start to replicate. But because I'm used to this shit, I go straight and I do it. I always have, for example, this platform template there, but I want to, what I'm gonna do is to take this already replicated structure, and here I have like a lot of structures for the rock, like gates and, you know, things like that, paths, different tools, doors that open. So I'm gonna do a copy of this, either this platform or this platform. This one is the one that I use in one puzzle. The difference is that this one basically what does is to take a spline and goes through the spline. In my case it's an elevator. I don't think a spline is useful at all. And also this one is very funny because if I'm not wrong, yeah, the strength of this one is like, it's a very, very interesting approach, by the way. Usually when you replicate things, you replicate the transformation where the object is in the world. And Unreal Engine has already built in ways of replicating transforms, which is like pretty quick. A transform is like nothing. Less than, I don't know. I don't know right now. But you still need to replicate and that's bandwidth. But what you can do is actually to get something that is already replicated to everyone, and it's part of the bandwidth, yes or yes, and that's, for example, the server world time in seconds. So, and that is also something that is synchronized between all the different clients, meaning that if I take that number, I can basically calculate where in the world is gonna be that object in a spline. So that's one of the systems I tested, and it's pretty good. You maybe lose a little bit of precision, but if you need, for example, to you know, replicate thousands of objects, you don't replicate them. You just can use that they move in a wave, or they move in a kind of patterns in general. And you want to have everything between clients and servers, you can just take the get world time in seconds, which is the same everywhere, and then you can do the math to put that in different places. So Backups, I mean, you can use Perforce. I use Perforce the beginning of the first 2 years of the project. Right now, what I do is to use Google Drive, and once a week, I just do a backup, either locally or on the cloud. But like in general, you only need to save what is in the source folder, what is in the content folder, and that's the config and little. That's pretty much it. Like the rest of the things can be reconstructed. So you backup wise, you just really care about your own custom content, not even add-ons, plugins, or other stuff. You just care about what is in your main content in general. And the source, if you are writing C++, you want also to have a backup there, but the rest is pretty simple. You just need to be careful that, again, you don't end up with hundreds of gigabytes because you are doing backups of things that you really don't need. A backup is a backup. A backup means that you only pick whatever is needed in case of an emergency. So, and that could be a couple of gigabytes. Okay, so I decided I'm gonna use this one as, this one as my template. I'm gonna remove this because I'm not using it anymore. Okay, so I'm gonna do oh, what is this? Oh, I see, I did another one here. That is, I like this one more. I'm gonna make it based on this one. This is the kind of trap I did for Tartarus, but this is gonna be CRETE basic lift. I could do a subclass of this, but I think it's gonna be different enough to, or I can do even a component. That would be the cleanest of the ways would be to do a component, but to me, components start to make sense when you are gonna use that component in more than one place, but I don't believe that I'm gonna make lifts. If I want to do more lifts, I can just subclass the parent class and that's it. So this is gonna be our lift. So what I'm gonna do is to delete all the things I don't need. Make sure that this, it is maybe a cylinder. Don't want traps. Let's rotate this. Okay, let's scale this. Let's put it here. That's gonna be our lift. Let me put this in 0, 0. Where is the spawner? Spawners are here, okay. Let me take the spawners out. 0. Okay. I think the size is a joke right now. So again, this is just for blocking. I will substitute this very quickly. But that is fine for now. Now I got this on event gate open. This is basically because this thing. Let me just clean up. So it's not replication notify, which takes the delay and that opens, yeah, different stages. But in my case, I will activate it on begin play. I don't know if I got the begin play already used. Oh, so yeah, so I don't need to wait for actually the way this will work is by trigger, but right now just for testing I'm gonna make it by a delay, and then this activates the volume of the elevator, This is because make damage, so I don't need this. I'm gonna remove the function of making damage. That's because the spikes push you and come. All this crap here is not needed at all. We start simplifying the things. Yeah, all this, bye-bye. Again, of course, you can make the elevator to crash you. But so far, it shouldn't be a killer elevator. Should be a normal elevator. Yeah, but I have an idea if you like it. But the combat remind me a bit of the forest. Thinking about, I thought it would be interesting to add unpredictability of TFs, cannibals to ancestors. What is TFs? The forest cannibals, you mean? What do you mean by that? I mean, to be honest, ancestors itself, they have cannibalistic practices, but this is more because their DNA, their way of evolving is not actually eating, it's actually merging. That would be a word. Yeah, at some point. Yeah. No, yeah, at some point, because ancestors now have basically two tasks that you see. One is then cleaning their armpits, and the other is, well, drinking water and cleaning their armpits, and the other is taking berries from the floor. So, yeah, it was my girlfriend actually doing the motion capture for that. We need to show how they actually do the merging process, which is the strongest ancestors, the strongest ancestor opens the huge mouth on the chest and starts merging and taking the flesh of the dead body to take the DNA and become a stronger ancestor in situ. There is no like a 9 months process to give birth to anything. They just assimilate with a fast process the DNA of the victim. But the victim sort of agrees. It's not like a fight for survival. It's more like, hey, you are stronger. Okay, you should be the one assimilating me and not the other way around. That's how they become stronger. Is becoming less and less and less of them, but stronger. So yeah. Okay, so what is all this? This is this is where I need to change things, because here, let's say this is, let's say 30 meters. This is the variable. I will decide what is the height, the exact thing. I could do it also with a locator here. Yeah, fuck it, I'm gonna do with a locator. So I'm gonna make a new variable here, and this is gonna be called target, and the target will have a widget. Oh wait, editable. Spawn, I don't need it, but it would be a widget. And it's relative, I see. That annoys me a bit, but that annoys me. But not really. Because I need to do an inverse transform. And I don't like to do it. Okay, let's do it like this first, and then we decide. So Yeah, I should have a target and a starting point. And this should be also a widget like that. And rather than relative should be set world location to the static mesh. Here is when closes, but I'm okay with that. And then this is there's a jump there. That's okay. That's for the spikes. And then once this is finished, I can do, just for the sake of testing, a 1 second wait. Here I can do a, I'm not sure if this is gonna make it out because I think this is only called when, okay, we'll see. We will try. Actually, let's put this directly, so maybe the call is if that was moving forward, then it's reverse from the end, and if that was moving backward, then it's play from start. Now, in theory, if I go to my leaf, I should see widgets. I see the starting point. That's that one. And then the ending point, target, which is that one. I'm gonna put this around here, just for testing. Couple of things to consider is that in this spike system, it's for, you know, like 20 seconds. I just want to do this and everything like 10 seconds. Here, basically, we are gonna say in 10 seconds go to your maximum peak. Then we will work with the curve to be more interesting. And this is something that actually you don't even need to replicate. You only need to replicate the call when this is called, because the rest of the things are gonna be accessible for everything. There is no change in any variable at all. You only need to see when is the delay or when something is activated. That could be okay because, you know, maybe a trigger is not trigger on client, or you only want to trigger on server, and then you replicate a Boolean or you replicate a number, and it does that changes from the previous value, is gonna actually call the entire start system, and then the rest is exactly the same. You don't need to replicate anything else. The starting point and the target point, you don't need to replicate them because they are both accessible in the world, unless you spawn this and you change dynamically the target and the starting point that needs to be replicated, but that's not the case. So let's see. Don't have fucking clue. Okay, looks like it's working already. So if it goes up, it should go down. Yeah, that's working. Now the question is, okay. Well, that's pretty decent. Why is doing this? Oh, sorry, I just have another system working in the background. Okay. I'm just trying to think a couple of things, sorry. Also I want to make this to work for towers. So there are a couple of things I want to consider. One of them is like, I might be interested on making sure that the bottom of the elevator is always filled. It could be hydraulic system, or it could be like the elevator actually works like a capsule. So I'm trying to figure out a system that can work in both cases. Give me a second to think. Okay, for the island for sure I want like a more laboratory theme. That would mean like the elevator will be like a cylinder, a tube. For towers, it's more like a racing platform. The problem is it can't be exactly a racing platform because that means that in the minimum height it will cross. Unless I put a difference between the different floors that is the same height of the elevator, it will mean that the platform itself, when it's in the minimum in the ground, is gonna cross the floor and it's gonna be in the ceiling of the level, and I don't want that neither. Yeah, there are more creatures than that. Also, we will have the Gorodons that they were not yet in the latest. The Gorodons are like around 10 meters tall. They are a mix between... I'm not sure. It's a mix between gorilla, alien. I don't know what are the species mixed on that creature. These are huge. But yeah, right now we got the gliders. They will have at some point all of the animals, all of them. They will have a art revision because the models are a bit old. But these are the three we got, plus the Corodon. There is another two models. There is another two concepts around there as well. So in total, maybe there are like 6, 5, 6 in the future. Right now, 3. But yeah, all of them need a bit of art pass to make it. Actually, the gliders, the original idea, something I would like to come back at some point, is they have their nests. And they are not especially aggressive, but the thing is, in the nest you got like DNA samples that a bit higher quality DNA samples, and if you break the eggs of the gliders get super aggressive. So you either sneak and you don't alert the gliders, but if the gliders see you breaking the eggs, they're gonna go like crazy. Rather than just being roaming around, like every single one will have a purpose. And the Sangis lupus, the wolves. The idea is like they were able to glide like squirrels, and they will have the caves a bit in middle ground, high ground. So when they see you, they just start, like landing. That would be crazy. Oh, I think did my camera stop working actually? Oh no, it's me just thinking in static mode. Okay. So, for the elevator, before thinking about what to do with the shape and stuff, I'm gonna make a trigger. So, for that, the question is, do I want ancestors to use the elevator? In the future, yes, but that would be a separated logic to avoid. So far, I'm gonna make sure that the elevator works for players. And for that, we are gonna make a sphere trigger. Sphere collision here. We're gonna make... I would say to put the trigger inside from here. That. And now it would be a bit more complex. This should kind of close and have a kind of we'll see. But so far this is good enough. Let's make sure that this is overlap on, and then we can do on overlap. Here we want to make sure that the other actor has tag and the tag is player, so ancestors don't activate the elevator. And then rather than doing this at begin play, I can activate this authority. It's replicated here. I want to make sure this is only do once, and then I can reset the do once once finished or whatever. Most likely a smart approach would be okay, let's start with this. I know what I have to do, but let's start with this. Test this quickly and see where we are. No, yeah, in the final game, definitely I want to have moments where you can see that happen, both in cinematics and in normal gameplay. You will see more activities than just ancestors roaming or picking plants. Somewhere, in some places, potentially in temples, you will see the ancestors doing the assimilation ritual and more interesting things. There we go, that works. Okay, so elevator almost done. Now the next step is to forget about this. When this is finished, whatever the reason this is finished, just trying to get my head around. This could have two calls. Reverse from the end. Actually, it's more like this. Because otherwise this could create a teleport. Anyway. These are interesting. Okay. So we got this, and then once this is finished, we'll say the direction. So if the latest direction was forward, then reverse. If the latest direction was backwards, then this. But this is not all. This also should reset the do once. But the do once is only reset once I finish the entire trajectory. Once I finish, this will be able to activate again, and because has the latest store direction, will go in the opposite direction, in theory. How true is that? No fucking clue. So I know the collision is very small, so okay, this definitely doesn't work, like 0%. So let's figure out why. Oh, I see. Because that's a bit annoying. I think actually that's not the nearest point. I will need to do who. Okay, let's try to find us this here. Yeah, of course that works. What a surprise that the okay, there are many things here. Of course, this is not working because the elevator goes up, but the collision is in the bottom. Yeah, elevators have complexity. Because also, if you are in the bottom and the elevator is in the top, you need to call the elevator. So this will work in this shape, but it's not the greatest of the ways. Okay, so now if I go a bit back and I press again, the elevator goes down. This is great if it's single player, because this for sure, well, no, it could be the situation. I do this, I leave, and now by elevator forever, you know? I can't call the elevator anymore. So this is like why elevators have a button inside the elevator and a button outside the elevator. You need to call the elevator, but you need to use the elevator. So it's not that simple. There has to be I mean, you can do even multi-floor elevators as well, where every single trigger will find what is the location you need to go. But just to simplify the process, yes, we need one trigger here. That trigger, it will be bigger. This is gonna be the call trigger. And it will work almost in the same way with a twist. This is all the same. We check if it's a player who is calling the elevator. And if that's a player, the second thing I want to check in different ways. One of them is, okay, cool. You are calling the trigger. This is gonna be in the bottom. Is it? Are you by any chance this get component location, the word location distance? Are you by any chance, I don't know, are you far actually from me to consider this a proper call? Because if you are close, don't even call, you know. And if that's the case, okay, you are far, I can call you. And because you are in the bottom, I know for sure that I need you to go backwards. And then I can call this in authority again. I mean, this can be an authority as well. I really don't need to know that. Still, or maybe not, eh? Maybe I'm gonna replicate the async. So that started delay, and that there. That's for the bigger. So if no, you don't call that. You are very close. I don't need to call you. You are already with me. And the same thing should apply when you are in the top or down. Actually, no, because when you go... Yeah, no, actually, yes. I call you, I leave the area. I try to call you again. Doesn't work. I'm gonna wait the elevator. Okay, let's see what is happening. I'm a player. The distance is greater. So this should be working. But there is a part. Let's go here. Okay. Let's go here. This is backwards. Oh. Okay, this is backwards, so it should call... It's not backwards, it's forward. Of course, because in theory I'm calling while it's on the top. Let's try that one. Hey, sorry, Course of Penguin. I didn't read you. I was checking the other page. It's doing good. Just working some elevators right now, improving the island, the base camp, and deciding to share the process a bit. Okay, so I called the... Okay, yes. Oh, actually, yeah, this shouldn't trigger anything at all. I'm gonna have all the breakpoints everywhere. Okay, I leave. I call. Oh, okay, that's cool. I call faster of what I'm eyeing, but... In that case, I didn't... Okay, yeah, once it's a bit farther, I can call it back. So that's kind of cool because I can call it instantly. I just need this to go a bit farther and then goes back. So now, yeah, this reactivates the elevator. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. So I'm going to the top. Okay, now I leave the elevator. I call the elevator. I call the elevator again. Okay, things like it's working. The only problem is it would be like, let's say I'm gonna make a... I'm gonna take a cube here and near the elevator ending there. I'm gonna make this bigger so I can just, you know, like proper. Okay, that's enough for testing. I see elevator. Okay. So I touch the elevator, I leave. That will leave a hole there. Sorry, it's very dark. But yeah, that will mean to create another column. But this is more like secondary because definitely you can't go up. Hey, XM God, sorry I didn't see you on TikTok. Thank you. I was not paying attention. I was checking YouTube, but yeah. Okay, so the elevator works, meaning that, I mean, works in a very primitive way, but works, meaning that I can take the elevator and go to CRETE Island. But actually, before that, I wanted to do the tube. I'm gonna go to modeling here very quick. Again, I'm very annoyed that there is no. I can try the disk again. This just should work. Like, let's make. Something like this. Now, I want to extrude this. I couldn't extrude this before. Reasons. Really need to go to the modeling here. I'm gonna select all. I think should work. Select all. Okay. No. But only polygons. And then. What? Why is not working? Fucking fuck is this shit? For real, eh? Wait. Okay, there is a, at least there is a. Okay, Unreal. Thank you for doing things different every single frame. A different. Okay. Now there is no log. There is a log here. Okay. I lost the extrude. Well, that's because you say so, but I completely disagree on that. That's not true. That's bullshit. It's bullshit. It's not true. I mean, you can do an operation of extruding a polygon just. Non-boundary edges. So feels like okay. Fuck this shit. I found out. You're not gonna win. Fuck it. But it's stupid as hell because offset either its naming convention is wrong. I understand. Like extrude, but this is not actually. You should have it on extrude automatically and be smart enough to do the same action, but if you have boundary edges, just extrude as that's the offset. You don't need two buttons to confuse people. There is no application where you have extrude and then offset. And by the way, it's not even, the description is not even that. It's saying like extrude but moves in the normal. Yeah, but this one actually works with boundary edges. So it's super confusing. That's me. Not story of my life. Okay, so now have here different options. Option number 1 is to delete this poly. I think I'm gonna do the option number. Which is to delete all this polygon. Including the ones I can see now. Oh, surprise, surprise. Hidden. But they won't survive the axe. Now, please, tell me there is a cap. Fill hole. Okay. I understand that you can do that, but if I do this, be a good boy. You are a good boy. Very good, very good. I like it. When you want to do something and the software does what you want, is a feeling that happens only 5% of the times when it happens. Yeah. Let's go. Okay. It's not perfect, but it's good enough. A good enough philosophy. Then we can duplicate that as many times as. Hey, Artemis. Yeah, I'm having a lot of. We can go to the island. I think I'm fucking stupid, right? But anyway, I should have done something. Platform there. Degrees. I still think this needs to be, but we. Now, the ending point is gonna be way higher, something like this. just for starters. I mean, it should be even more. Like, this should be the level of this should be. Then we will adjust more. And now the regrets, because yeah, I should be smarter. Okay, let's fix this. Let's make another model. Another disk. At least the disk has the same size. Another model. What is the thing of this? Model, polygroup, edit, select all. But no, select all faces and oh, offset. There we go. So fucking. Now, if I take this value, go up, we can get something like this. We will get correct. Actually, I'm gonna make this smaller so I have a bit all where I want to stop. Should be like glassy or say one more. And actually one more, because I want to actually start a bit higher. Hey, what's up? This is the level you get out, so you can see the camp, the mission. Yeah, that's a good spot. And we take this one. They're gonna be all blocking pieces. I have a terrible internet, so I'm gonna go. I'll be back in an hour. I think in an hour we are gonna eating, but yeah. Yeah, you can try. Good luck with the shitty internet. Okay. Elevator. Almost done. Couple of things to consider. Again, not gonna spend too much time now in doing the proper modeling, but I need at least a way of getting out. So I'm gonna make a very quick cube there, and I'm gonna actually I could do stairs. Yeah, let's make a cube, and let's make. I can just, you know, go somewhere. Before I do the final layout. Okay, that's the trick so far for the experiment. Okay. So elevator done. This will be like a huge building. Will be stairs. You will go up. I mean, to be honest, I could put one. Whatever. Let's make the spawner here. Go up. I'm missing some. Oh yeah, I'm missing to put elevator in the real it. Has to be. This is always a bit complicated. Because I can't select shit. It was good enough. Just maybe. Yeah, perfect. I think that's actually the perfect. Okay. So perspective. The problem, as you can see in this example, I mean, I would never start the level from here. I will start the level. Let's do it properly then. Let's start from here in the bottom. Okay. And now play. Hey. Where the hell it go? What the fuck? Is here? What? Where the hell is the... Okay. Got an explosion. Even platform. What? What? Why is there? There we go. There we go. Okay, let's see. What the hell happened there? Why the elevator didn't go up and go to Narnia? He just teleport. That was crazy. So this target point is so if I put the target point 0, is not moving at all, what happens? Oh wow, I ended up still going. Okay, this is new. This was not happening before. I have a feeling. Okay. Crash, 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 crash. Sounds like a fucking crash. Let's go, baby. Be shy. Just do it already. Oh, it's a big one. Okay, I mind you can't even hear me anymore. Ugh. Yeah, I'm back. Oh, okay, it's a crash. Most likely also. Okay, go on. I still live, I think. I think I'm live. Am I alive? Are you still alive? I just got a crazy nasty dump. I am? Okay. You sure? Refresh. It's gonna go back. Refresh. I think I'm back. It's stuck because this is the freezing time moment. But once the yeah. You go to Twitch. No, buffer is different. No. You see? I'm back. Wait, okay, this was before the accident. Yeah, because that's the crash situation. I'm back. I told you. So for 5 minutes because I'm gonna stop, but good to know that the resilience of yes is bigger than the resilience of the engine. But yeah, the chances are a bit of. See, yeah, I lost the level for sure. Not the elevator, but the level, yes. Let me open the island, see how much I lost. I hope I mean, for sure I lost the blockout, but I hope the elevator is not. Okay. It's a bit lost, but not a lot. But not, I don't know how much. Let me see. Platform. No, I got a pretty decent elevator there. Weird thing that this is. I'm gonna test very quickly the elevator. Just to make sure that it's not completely broken. Where did it go? It's crazy. Okay, I will check that later. I think now it's time to eat. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for